Just finished. The Kremlin is on fire, Putin's position is at stake. Vladimir Putin's days at the helm of Russia can be seen as a period of Western implementation of economic sanctions that are hurting Russia. The Kremlin officially admitted to former special assistant to the President William Courtney that the Russian economy is being hit hard. Amid the outbreak of economic sanctions by Western countries during the Ukraine war, while the Kremlin seems to shrug and turn a blind eye to the Russian economy. In fact, Russian citizens are bearing the brunt of the sanctions and have seen their standard of living decrease compared to a few months ago. As a result, the harsh new economy practically began to spark civil unrest in the country and provoked attempts to question Vladimir Putin. When asked about the chances of regime change in Russia, Mr. Courtney said radio was too difficult to do. Anticipation of these things seems to be turbulent in Moscow, so that could be an indication that the Kremlin is run by former KGB officers. Sad about the economic truth that economists are telling them about the damage to the economy. The economy has been affected and it will suffer even more. This will have a direct impact on the standard of living of Russians. Those things are going down. They can go down a lot, and they were lower than they were before the Russian invasion in 2014. When the West opposed the sanctions for the first time. So regime change is likely to happen, Mr. Courtney said. If it happens, and no one knows, some combination of military factors, disappointment in Ukraine and economic factors can lead to social and political unrest as a sign of Russia's economic collapse. The Kremlin has defaulted to its periphery of its first debt since 1918. In total, Russia failed to pay $100 million in interest on the two bonds. A US White House official said the sovereign default was a testament to the effectiveness of Western economic sanctions. It sits only how strong the response we, along with allies and partners, have also made. As to the extent of its effect on the Russian economy, a senior administration official told CNN on the sidelines of a G7 summit in Germany. The Kremlin has so far denied any debt and instead pointed to the Western way. Countries find sanctions counterproductive on their own economies. European countries are occupying an important position. Especially with the embargo on Russia energy imports. EU imports about 115 billion cubic meters of natural gas from Russia in 2021, which is about 40% of the total EU gas consumption. Despite the Kremlin's claims that the Russian economy is barely affected, some experts say the sanctions may not be effective in the short term but will hurt in the long term. Russian political scientist Ilya Matveev told NPR if the goal is a quick and complete collapse of the Russian economy, then no sanctions will not work because the Russian economy is still working. But if the goal is to weaken Russia economically over time, then 100% sanctions are working. A new report by Russia's Federal State Statistical Service found that production fell 1.7% in many areas in May compared with the same month of 2021. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov even admitted that he was surprised by the scale of Western sanctions.